Good morning, afternoon, and evening, everybody. How y'all doing? Welcome back to another episode. But this time, it's in Bomber Crew. Probably haven't heard of this game, but, well, here we are. So, to this game, we're going to be playing the USAF version. This is the base version. This is a paid DLC? I think it might be a paid DLC. What the heck, we're just going to go on the standard one. I do have a save it here, but I always do terrible, so we're just going to ignore all of that. Yes, so we're playing in World War II as a bomber. Normally there would be other bombers, but here we are. Yeah, so we can interact with the bomber crew and the stations they're at, so we can set Gibson to like this area, this turret, that turret, and all the other places. So currently we're trying to take out these targets, although we have to wait a second for that. So now it's just giving the tutorial like how to control stuff, obviously. Yeah. Yes, the space, you gotta look into this, and then you can look at a certain thing for a certain amount of time, and you can tag it. If you tag it, that means your crew can attack it. Also, let's get all three of them first. And there we are. Now, the gunner's able to shoot at it. So now, send him over here. This turret's on that is inactive, but this turret will become active in a second. Just like that. Just give Dempsey a second. There it is. And there's the tutorial. So, now we gotta tag that objective. And we go. Alright, so enemy planes in the area, so we gotta get back to base. So how y'all doing? About to say how you guys been doing. So, how have you guys been doing? Oh, there they are. Get them! So yeah, tag him, and then, well, our Dempsey's able to start shooting at him. Yeah, just to let you guys know, that is the only time you're gonna get air escort in this game, to my knowledge at least. Now, you can assign anybody in your crew to man a turret. It's just that the gunners are obviously going to do a bit better of a job than your normal, like, navigator or something. Yeah, so obviously, if you guys can tell, you're playing as a British, I think it's a Lancaster? I don't know exactly which type of bomber this is. I think it might be a Lancaster. Correct me if I'm wrong. Definitely wrong. British aircraft, beside the Spitfire and the Hurricane, are not something I'm very knowledgeable of in the Second World War. So, also, fun fact. These turrets can actually run out of ammo. It doesn't look like it's going to be possible here in the tutorial, but it is possible for these turrets to run out of ammo. At that point, you gotta get your crew to stand up, go to this turret box over here. Turret box. Ammo box over there, and pick up some more ammo for the turret they're in. Now we switch to the pilot, lower the gear, and get ready to land. there's the tutorial. That's it, as simple as that. Now, my commentary may not be the most intriguing per se, but we'll get there eventually. Yeah, so repairing the plane is completely free, and it also has a name now, Aces High. So, obviously the episode's not over here yet, but yeah. How have you guys been doing? I hope you've been doing well. Since my month-long hiatus before uploading a single video and then just abandoning that series. RAF Woodbridge, yeah. So, yeah, this will show you all your statistics, how many missions you've flown, how many planes you've downed, amount of mileage, or no, not kilometers, for some reason. Even though this is a British themed game, it's using the imperial system over the metric, which is certainly something. But either way, we got to get some more people for our plane. We got to have an engineer, another gunner, and a bombardier. So let's go ahead and check out the engineers, and you can see their statistics here. So this guy moves at 110% speed, nothing else special about him. Rowe moves at 120, which is a good improvement. And Johnny Gray has 2 extra armor. I think Rowe might be... Actually, let's come back to that in a second. So Perkins, nothing special, and this is just an obvious choice because it's nothing special going on, and then 110% speed, which is at least something. And then for the bombardier, 110% speed, and nothing special. Obvious choice. Okay, we're back here. So, engineer. I think that speed honestly might be a pretty good thing. So let's recruit whatever her name was. And get the crew situated. So it'll actually show you like a full preset, which is always nice. A whole lot simpler. So obviously everybody needs at least the basic stuff. Get light flak vests on everybody. Make sure they can at least take a few hits before they, you know, hit the reset button. Again, equip everybody with everything. And then we can modify our aircraft even. So I don't think we can do much with it right now. However, we can actually get more stuff, like turrets. And later on we can actually make sure the turrets are constantly supplied with ammunition as well. Can't do that right now, but eventually. And so, another thing called systems. Systems are basically how it goes. You know, electrical, hydraulics, radar. There's also equipment. Sorry, I was thinking about equipment. So equipment, you have parachutes. There's one on the left right here. Medkits, when a crew member gets down, and fire extinguishers. Pretty self-explanatory, all things considered. But I'm not sure we can actually buy. Yeah, no, we can. Ooh. How much does the thing cost? No. Okay, mid-front. Let's get something here. Oh, okay, that's nice. That equipment's free. So we have medkit, fire extinguisher, parachute, but parachute can't afford it for the whole crew. We might as well not have it at all. So let's have another medkit just in case. Fuselage can't do anything. Survival can't do anything. Survival increases the chance that if a crew member or the plane goes down and crew members get out via parachutes, then that increases their chances of survival and getting back to base. So, let's get into the next mission. So here it is. Oh, just another deployment mission. Alright, well, either way, we gotta do it eventually. Wing Commander begins. We've set up a dummy target for some bombing run target. Your navigator will plan a route to the target. Have them take off. And hopefully we can speed this up, because this is always very slow. Nice. Switch him to the bombardier station. And this is what he sees. Open doors. Select all. Just select the bombs you want to drop. And then we get to the bombing area. It does take a minute for the doors to open and close, so you gotta be mindful of that. And then, coming up here, we gotta watch this bomb site over here. And then when we see the target, we will hit release. There it is. Another thing the bombardier can do. Commander begins. Command has ordered you to investigate reported activity off the coast. Anyways, so another thing we can do. Oh, you also gotta close the door once you drop bombs. Get a photograph of whatever's going on in the sea and return to base. Watch out for enemy fighters. As you can tell, my British accent is top notch. Anyways, the bombardier can also take pictures of what's going on. So we gotta get over there first. I think that's a boat. Oh, it's multiple stuff. Yeah, so the photo also occurs in this bomber's site. And you can see the quality of the photo is going to be right here. So when the subject gets into the bomber's site, we take a photo. Looks like a U-boat or something. It is a U-boat. And there is also a bit of a cooldown between when you can take a picture again. So you do got to be a little bit mindful of that. Up job! Get back to the air base safely with those photos. Which makes me feel like there's going to be a battle soon. So let's get our guys to the turrets. Simple as that. Very simple game, but you'd be surprised at how difficult it can be. Although I guess that's kind of how it goes. Stuff that seems the easiest can sometimes be the hardest, and sometimes the hardest things seem the easiest. Although in games like Dark Souls, it has a very good reputation for being known as very difficult, so yeah. Maybe not. You can also check when your navigational person is going to set a new waypoint right here. And so obviously it's going to take a little bit, but yeah. And the engineer, you can see the fuel stuff. So we have 19 minutes of fuel left. Oh, this is what we have an engineer for. So if the hydraulic system breaks down, that means our turrets cannot turn. So we got to always get that repaired very quickly. Another thing that happens when you're getting shot at by enemy fighters is that your engines might catch fire, which is those red things right here. That's the fuel. Yeah, there's the engine right there. You gotta have a fire extinguisher like this to take it out. There's an upgrade you can get, I'm not sure if it's in the base game, where you can put fire extinguishers on the engines themselves. Instead of having to go out there, you just get your engineer and boom. But if you don't have fire extinguishers on hand, you gotta have somebody grab the fire extinguisher, then go out to put it out. Yeah, it's always very important, but yeah, I'll demonstrate. Alright, hold up. Oh, it's not wanting me to allow me to do it, which is fair enough, honestly. Yeah, I was gonna demonstrate to you guys what it looks like when somebody, you know, goes outside of it. Oh hey, there's London. And come on, touchdown! Alright, well there's maybe the end of the tutorial. Hopefully. So at the end of the missions, your guys can get some experience on their points and unlock new traits. Or abilities, I guess, would be the proper word. So, we haven't had anything like that yet, but maybe next time. Well, not next time, it will be next time. Alright, so we have more money to do stuff with. We don't need to do anything with the crew. So, let's get some upgrades for the plane. Yeah, you can get fire extinguishers on the engines. Alright. So, I think we should get some more equipment. Probably another med kit, just in case. Because you never know. Going to briefing? What's the next mission, buddy? Got 3 up. Search and rescue. Taught body ammo. Down. Yeah. Motor factory or Tsibaruga. Our reconnaissance has identified one of the enemy's motor factories in Belgium. Let's knock it out. So yeah, you can see about how long it's going to take and the risk level it's going to be. So, Dusseldorf fighter production. Righto, to kick off Big Week, you'll be making the first strike against the enemy's fighter production. We got wind they're cooking up some experimental aircraft, so time is of the essence. Short duration, low risk, so why not? You know what, let's make things interesting, let's do it. This is probably going to go horribly wrong, but why not? Yeah, so... Oh no, that's not good. It's important he stays in the pilot seat. As I was going to show, you can actually choose what altitude you want to be at. So you can choose low, which we're at right now. Medium, which is about twice as high. Go up right now. And high. We don't currently have the ability to go to high, though. Alright, so it looks like there's going to be some weather storms, which we gotta go down from, because, yeah, we do not have the ability to be in that. So, another thing you ought to worry about is weather. If it's too cold, your crew is going to freeze. And that's never a good thing. So, you gotta stay out of the snowstorms and still get to the objective. So we're out of the snowstorm now, so let's go back up. And this is the combat system. And we're freezing again. So, we have to go back down. Lovely. And this is flak. Probably don't have to explain what flak is, but I will anyway. So flak is an anti-air system. Usually it explodes in the proximity of the plane and order your damage. In this game, flak will only occur at certain levels, depending where you are. We are going to be going through the flak... Sorry, I don't know if that cut out. We're going to go through this flak field right here, which means we're going to have to take it. Yeah. You're not really supposed to be doing this. But we don't really have a choice in that. Oh no. Yeah, he ran out of ammo, so we gotta get him some more. So we gotta get him out. The door is open all the way. Come on, open up. There we go. Right, ready? And we got it. Send Gibson out to extinguish the fire. Oh, never mind. The engine just fell off. Alright, we need to get out of here. Very badly. That plane right there is going to be a very big problem. Density's down. Electronics are out, so that means we don't have a radar. That plane is going to be a problem, because if we don't get care of it soon, we're going through that. And we can't take care of it, because we don't have anything that can take care of it. We got electronics back, now we just need to get on the radar. If we somehow survive this, I'm going to be very shocked. Okay, I think we might have gotten away with this mission. So let's send people to heal. So we can send them to heal on this bed, and they'll gain health over time. It takes a little bit, so you gotta be kind of careful about it, but yeah. And we didn't lose any of our wheels, which is surprising in and of itself. And yeah. This was the first mission. So, the fact that we did not die, because you can just get pretty much insta-killed. So if enough damage is done, like with that plane that was right underneath us, what'll happen is it'll just get right underneath you and just go at you. And it can completely destroy you by itself. But we got away with it. Somehow. And we got away with nobody dying. Nothing happened, really. And we got some level ups. Yeah, so new skills. So our pilot can now emergency dive, and our engineer can now boost. Yeah, so an emergency dive, perform an emergency dive, put out engine fires, or reach a lower altitude quickly. Boost, Get a boost of speed using a richer fuel mix. Simple enough. And now we can get this stuff for our plane. So let's go ahead and get our crew some new stuff and get on it. I think it's very fair to say that we need more cold resistance. And the one gloves also gives us some land survival points. And so yeah, there's land survival and water survival, which affects the statistics on if you're going to get your pilot back, your airman back or whatever, if something happens. So, woolen gloves, lightweight woolen gloves that provide some insulation. Good to all, because we really need that. We should not have been so low. Yeah, it's a very basic leather boots. Yeah, simple enough. Gives us some ocean and some land survival. Provides some protection. Does slow them down a little bit, but I think it's worth it in the long run. And oxygen, that's another thing. So if you get high enough, like if you go to the high altitude, obviously, you can have a little bit of trouble with oxygen. So you got to give them oxygen bottles so that you can go up there and not have them, die. But that's for another day. Or first, let's check out the airplane, actually. Sub-water. Oh, golden eagle. Oh, that's disgusting. Anyways, so I'm gonna call it here for the day. So if you like this video, make sure to leave a like, maybe subscribe, leave a comment, tell me what I'm doing right, doing wrong. And until the next time, I hope you all have a good morning, afternoon, and evening. I'll catch you all on the flip side.